shall show you the sweetest delight in the garden as a surprise for Adam.
Really?
Come.
All right.
Here.
But this is the one tree in the garden we cannot touch. This is the forbidden fruit.
Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Surely not.
We may eat the fruit of any tree in the garden, except for the tree in the middle of the garden. God has forbidden us to either touch or eat the fruit of that tree, for if we do, we shall die.
You believe that nonsense? Of course you will not die. God knows that as soon as you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you and Adam will be like gods yourselves.
One day we'll reach the level of the avatars that we have read about in history, the Buddhas, Jesus, infinite ones, God.
You ancient serpent, you cast your spell upon this planet with your graven images and your wishes to be worshipped. Witches and warlocks flock like Harry Potter fans, waiting for your new age plan to spread across the land. You got the masses dumped down where you want them, convinced that you don't exist, and now you got them atheist. Some even think they're evolving to a godlike level above and beyond human. These Luciferian lies feed on ego and pride. They come disguised as an angel of light, like the original sin and the first deception. The tree in the garden, don't you see the connection? It's the same old lie that he used back then at the beginning of time, at the fall of man. Have we forgotten the truth within the book of Genesis? Ignorant of the nature of sin, so we dismiss written words of God as an irrelevant myth, but then embrace all these new age thoughts of nonsense.
It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you as you did one another.
There is no God in doing everyone's God. Welcome to the kingdom of heaven, without judgment, without hate, without testing, without anything.
Occult-like practices, epic and worshiping in fact exists. See through the smoke and the mirrors and the mist. From Atlantis to the American fanatical myths, to the UFO connection with the German SS. Secret society elitists from the east and the west. Illuminati and Masonics, man, it all connects. Satanic worship to the depths we don't want to admit. It's a globalized illusion that we gotta correct. Check the symbols and signs like the all-seeing eye. Read the Bible facts to understand the great design. See the writing on the wall, we're living in end times. And even the elective now bought into the lie. Real Satanists are dressed up in the suits and ties, eating the fruit like these fools who think they are divine. They aren't evolved, they're just blinded by ego and pride, living a lie that disguised like Jekyll and Hyde. Can you deny that these times were all prophesied? Read Matthew 24:24, you decide.
There's no such thing as good or bad. Judging things aren't superficial. There are things that I do that I know they involve you. There are other things that do not involve you. It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you as you
sleep, the alarms going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite.
They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. I came here to kick some ass just like Roddy Piper. These motherfuckers that walk among us, they got me hyper. But don't be chewing that bubble gum, it's got aspartame. It's a chemical directly targeted at your brain, just like the fluoride that they put in the water supply and all the geoengineering we got in the sky. I'm trying to tell you, and I hope that you're hearing me clearly. This ain't no bullshit speculation, conspiracy theory. They live and they're controlling every move you make, from the apartment that you live in to the juice you drink. They give you television to help you ignore this prison while feeding you genetically modified organisms. They want us like the Walking Dead, just obey and consume. Don't worry about anything, keep awaiting your doom. To all my warriors out there, this is indeed my call. It's time to put a fucking end to this elite cabal.
They live, we sleep, the alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elites. They live, we sleep, the alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elites.
When they try to prove their spinning ball Earth, it's remarkable. All their arguments are absolutely fucking farcical. It's clearly been shown your problems aren't resolvable. Your theory has been blown into tiny little particles. The pharmacological drugs they got the masses on precludes them from putting their rowdy Roddy Piper glasses on. And even when they do, they're unable to gaze too straight, cause for most of them it's way too late for them to see past their conditioning. They will not be listening to anything outside their paradigm imprisonment. They are ensconced in a nonsensical certitude, brainwashed by devils to revel in their servitude. It's idiocracy, pure hypocrisy. Waking these dummies up, it used to mean a lot to me. But nowadays I wanna tip their canoes, and as they drown, tell them this is what you get when you snooze.
They live, we sleep, the alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elites. They live, we sleep, the alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elites.
We sleep, the alarms are going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They live, we sleep, the alarms going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite.
Let's not do that again. What is going on, guys? Steve JMO. It is the 25th of January in the year 2022. So they say. So they say. Don't know if I quite buy it, but it is what it is. It's still technically the morning here, the daytime. It is 11 a.m. here on the East Coast, United States. Some people might be watching overseas. I figured I might as well go early. Don't really get a chance to hit up with y'all too much. Oh, we got some good people in the chat here already. We got about 34, 38 live. Keeps fluctuating in and out. Who's here first? Marika's here first. She's the one who told me this show is actually scheduled for like 11 p.m. And I was like, oh, sick. Well, I'm just going to hit live now. So, yeah, p.m. That's right. What's up, Waters? Got Sue Finelli here. Jennifer Kissling. Carrie. What's going on? Awesome Austin. Peace and love. Always being dished out, brother. Sharp Smoke. That's our Prime Minister of Finland, I believe. Changed his name. They must have taken it away from him. You gotta love that. Young Love, 420. What's happening? Good people in the chat. Philip Baca, ain't seen you in a grip. What's happening, bro? Mark, what's happening, bro? Steve, Big Fire, Big Gas. You know. Who else is hanging out in the chat? Three Fingers. Frandellas are flat. Indeed they are. Conspiracy. What's happening? Seeing some good classic names in here this morning. That's what I like to see. John Wayne, yes, sir. Michelle L. What's popping? Brian Staley's in the chat. You love to see it. There's Boston Ray. Right. Who else in the chat? Christopher Fitz. What's poppin'? Edward the Christian. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Sean Goodrow. What's going on? You guys aren't late. We just started 12 hours early, you know. All right. I got a good couple things I want to go with. Ghana Ball was popping. Another classic viewer right there. Been on exactly. A bunch of legends. Honestly. Q Diligence. What's going on? All right. I'm going to get distracted and we'll do shout outs for 2 hours. So let's see where we want to start. I got a lot of links put up here. Let me see where's a good starting point for us. We're going to go back in time. We're going to do some dippy dip in the old world, I think. But, oh boy. Deal with that for a second. I just thought there was a couple videos. I think I have to find the videos real quick. There is this one, but it's like 20 minutes long. Not sure if we're quite in the mood to share a 20-minute video. No, actually, this is what I'm talking about right here. Right here. We've seen this before. Let me get a screen share going in a second. Yeah, we're going to dip back in time today, guys. We're going to go to the old world. We're going to go to, I mean, it's not like it makes sense now, but we're going to go to where it really doesn't make sense, where the narrative never actually ever made sense. Yeah, old world stuff. Love it. Me too. Me too. Yeah, that emoji game is 100. That's funny. That's funny. Well, it's Mary. Much love, everyone. What's happening, Mary? That's good stuff. What do we got? Brian Staveley's going live after. And if I'm not mistaken, Waters Above will be hanging out, doing her interview with Brian on Friday. So check that out. It's at 3 p.m. It's at a real time. I'll be watching that. Steve JMO goes to bed early, but nevertheless, let's see if we got it. Is it here or is it there? Let me see. It's right here. Let's dip into this real quick. We're gonna go to Russia. We're gonna go Russia circa 1861. I almost said 1916. I don't think this video has no sound. That's what I thought. Just a panoramic view, St. Petersburg, Russia. What's going on here? Nothing. Where's all the people? Now, one can say that these photos were put together in a fashion where they took them at all different times, at low population times, and threw them all together, but I don't know if I quite buy that. It's not like we could see the clouds in the sky to verify it's like the same like day or weather, but I mean, from what I can tell, there's almost a couple people over there. Like one person here, maybe. There's no people here, brother. What's happening? Look at these pillars. Incredible. Look at this spire. Who's building that? 1861. How you doing that? That's what I want to know. Massive boats. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Look at this thing. This giant spire. This giant, not a spire, I'm sorry. This giant obelisk. With what seems to be Neptune, perhaps, on top. See if we can get a zoom in on that. Possibly. You have like incredible cathedral over here. Wow. I apologize if you hear those dings. That's just hopefully people liking the fact that I shared the video. Or it's more haters. I had one of those the other day in the page. Who's going live and what are they doing? Like, well, if you just read the whatever. Look at this giant doorway. Already plastered out. You can tell this building has layers to it. Look at that. Sunken in. Down the hill. Incredible. And what's missing, guys? Let's Print this big again. You gotta love the weird recommended videos over there too. Did we get a play button? No? There we go. What is missing besides people and all these this panorama, these compilation of photographs put together? What's missing? Dirt roads? You got dirt roads, but yet you got this going on. You have all these 4 or 5 story concrete brick buildings, and you can't build a road. Huh. Come on, look at this place. Look at this, whatever. Can't build a road. There's your pathway. There's your brick pathway. That's it. The sidewalk. What's in the road? Nothing. Look at this building. You're going to tell me you can build a building like this? No roads, cars can't happen, but you got this down with the angels on all 4 sides and the dome correctly showing our environment we live in. Incredible. The knowledge the people or the beings that built these buildings had. Look at these archways. Who's going under that? People are like, oh, they're that big because of the horse and the buggies and the storage. Yeah, right. Who's carrying 5 floors of storage, bro? No one. No one. Incredible stone bridge. Similar one in my area. It's Moscow. I mean, this is St. Petersburg, Russia, by the way. You'll notice the same buildings all throughout the land of the world, throughout history. Look at that. The White House. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Just thought that was a good little video there. Yeah. What are we going to see? What else we got here? That was just a video on the page. Let's see if I can see how many videos we can bang out before we dip into pictures. Yeah, this is a great one. Here we go. Let me get this big for us.
Century.
Yeah. Heard you. Incredible stuff here. Check this out. You may have seen this before. Giant buildings and 20 people live there. Right. Absolutely ridiculous. What's up, CFM? If you want a link, just text me. I don't even know if we have audio. I'm way ahead of myself. We do. I'm not ahead of myself. I'm behind myself now. Let's catch up.
It's the final stages of the reset.
Hold on.
We are see
real quick, before we even move on, before we even let this video play out, look at this. What has happened? Who's dropping atom bombs in 1860, 1870? Come on. They're going to say a fire did this? No way. There's absolutely no way. Everything's pushed over. Nothing looks like it's on fire. It's all just pushed over, man. It's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Hold on. We got a special guest on the way. Hold on. I have no idea to do this live. Please hold. Youngest kid in our group that goes live, makes videos. No idea what he's doing. Here we go. Bam. Bring it on, kid. Bring it on. Let me know when you're backstage. I'm sharing. Actually, you know what? We'll go back here because this is a decent video. It's a decent video. Who's rolling a blunt? What's going on, Brian? We got 53 in the chat, and it's rolling quick, so it makes me think there's like 70, 80 people watching. That's just how they roll. Whenever I say that, the video ironically gets like less than 1,000 views. It's ridiculous. I just wanted to shout out real quick. Shout out all y'all guys. Let's go to my channel. I mean, streamed a day ago, 1K, 1.3K last week, 0.1. That was a little short one. The shorter ones are decent, but you guys have been really showing me some good love lately. And I don't understand this. It says 368 whatevers, but there's like 100 thumbs up. So you guys are sending good support. And I do appreciate all the donations you guys do send me. it's highly appreciated here. Let me get out of screen share. Let me I'll throw that link in the chat real quick. I think it's still there. Yeah. If you guys would like to make any donations, the PayPal link is there. If you're not a PayPal person, there are other ways. Just let me know if you're not. But I mean, it's a donation. I'm not begging. Just throwing it out there. If you guys appreciate the work, there's a way to support. And we'll just bell that over there. We'll keep it. Actually, this is way too big. I know I wanted to change that earlier. Where's the bubble? There it is. Oh, man, these are all way too big. Yeah, classic is just stupid. Sorry. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about if you don't make videos. But yeah, that's the link there in the chat. That's the PayPal. And for some reason, for some weird reason, I'll put the link in the video and I'll click it and it brings me to some paint shop. That's not me. That is not me. I don't know how to change it. I'm going to stop putting the PayPal in the link. I'll just put the other two links there because the PayPal link, it only just shows like half the tag. It's PayPal/Steve J, and that's it. It doesn't go JMO/ whatever the fuck it is. It just stops there. You click that, brings you to Steve Paint Designs or something. That's not me. If you're sending money there, bless him. I mean, bless him for getting the money, but that's so not me. Oh man, so not me. Hey, who's that on the cusp of a hit? What's up?
What up, brother?
What's happening, bro? How you doing this morning? You're the same time as me, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's 11:15 right here.
Word.
Right?
Man, it's 11:14. We might be
11:14.
Yeah. Damn.
Chilling, man. Chilling. I was like, hell yeah, Steve's going live. Bet that up. And I'm about to roll something up. Perfect timing, dude.
Even better. I've been hitting this little cart here. It's only like half the size as the ones I normally get, but it's made with like resin sauce, when you make the wax that way. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then honestly, it's lasting just as long as a regular cart. So shout out to that.
How long do those carts last you?
I mean, it depends. Like because when I'm like during the week at work, I don't really smoke too much weed, because when I'm at work, it's hard to go away and smoke a whole Dutch. But if I'm just constantly hitting that for a couple of days, it's I don't know, 3-4 days maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me same here.
A lot of people normally go for like a week. I don't know how they do that. 2 puffs a day. Even if I'm smoking Dutches with it, it's just a thing in the car now. It's
That is for me too. People are like, oh, it'll last me about like 2 weeks. I'm like, you're tripping. Them things are always a couple days for me. I'll even try to conserve it. I can't help it.
Right. Actually, I've been turning this one down a little, but that's because the cart's littler. I don't want to burn it out or anything. I don't know how powerful the wick is. But yeah, man, I was just about to get into some old world stuff. Couple videos I had, and I got like 5, 6, 7, 8 tabs of just compilations of photos, I believe. So we might be rolling for another hour or so, maybe 2. I do have work at like 2:30, but that's besides the point.
Well, I'm chilling, bro. I'm into this stuff. I can even show you a little bit of something I came across when you're done.
You got before I get in? What do you got? That's what I like to hear.
Let me pull it up. You might have seen them already. I mean, you guys done looked at almost damn near everything. You guys be.
Well, I be re-looking at things. That's my thing, because some people, they look at it once and they just file it away and just consider it looked at. But once you like figure out X, Y, and Z on some other path, you look at something else again, and it's just like, oh man,
it sounds like the Bible. You can read the same verse over and over, and then one day that thing you'll read it, and it's like it all makes fucking sense.
The craziest thing about that book too, bro, is like you could open to any page in any chapter, maybe not Revelation, but any chapter besides that, any page you want, any verse, you could read that and just read it for like, a couple lines, and it will pertain to something that's happening or just happened or will happen to you in the next whatever.
Yeah.
It's very crazy like that.
You want me to screen share?
Yeah, throw it up there. We'll get it going.
Right. Let's see.
Yeah, I was just showing those Russian pictures, man, of Moscow, that video, and no people, no
Yeah, I
roads.
know, right? No, all dirt roads around these
Right.
huge structures that
Like buildings that would still
it's
take
insane.
people 20, 30 years to build today, you know? It's
Right.
ridiculous. But
Can you see my screen?
You're sharing now, yeah.
So these are the towers of I can't say that word. Bologna. I can't even say that word. Bologna between the 12th and 13th centuries. Now this is what this is the official story. And the city was full of towers. Almost all the towers were tall. The highest was 97 meters. And they say the reasons for the construction of so many towers, they say they're not clear. One hypothesis is that the richest families used them for offensive and defensive purposes, but that seems unlikely. One time there were as many as 180 towers. Now there are fewer than 20 towers that can still be seen today. Unfortunately, many of them have been demolished and some have fallen over time. And then here's a current picture of that place. And then they have here's another angle. This one right here is like leaning. The shorter one to the left, it's like leaning over. But this place was full of towers at one point. Right here.
I was gonna say the older pictures and paintings are incredible. It's like Manhattan.
Yeah.
It's very crazy. And something I have noticed too, like I watch a little bit of soccer and I don't know how to say it either, Bologna, maybe their team, their kits, not their kits, but their badge has a couple towers on it like that, you know. That's just what they're known for out there.
I just thought the shit was weird as fuck. And then I seen this one. This one's
has like a dome over it. Almost.
Yeah, right.
What's going on there? Wow. Got the walls, the borders. I feel like those are like where the energy would like hit and just come back, and anyone who's outside the little fortress there isn't gonna receive that free energy they were generating from these towers. Perhaps. I mean, look at it. It literally looks like, you know, Jersey, Manhattan, something gnarly. You know, that's wild. Dubai, crazy.
And then I got here. I got one more thing I can show.
We got 2 windows in this, you know, like
2 windows. That's what I'm saying. Someone said to me that it's probably to observe the moon and the stars, and I'm like, out of what fucking window? Where? You know, like makes no fucking sense. Should be a bunch of Rapunzels up in all these towers or some shit.
That's what they told us as kids. Yeah, who even knows? I'll take the fire breathing dragon part. Those are probably up there,
right? And then
some Shrek shit. Who knows?
Oh yeah, this one right here. This is the other one. The Covenant of St. Augustine, Alcamin, Mexico. And right here you can see that they uncovered it. So the top door, you see, that's the part that was originally buried, and then it looks like they just added completely all the way around it.
Yeah,
you know, you see the bigger door at the bottom.
Yeah, they do that a lot in like Morocco and stuff like that. Yeah, Turkey, they'll have the original structure, and then they'll just build this little whitewash around it, and it's brand new.
Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, there's only one picture, but yeah, that's basically all I had.
I haven't seen that before, so that's interesting. How do you spell that there?
Covenant of St. Augustine, ACOL, Man, Mexico.
Interesting. A column
1772. They said it was abandoned after a flood, which came up 2 meters. Right, so they have those bigger fucking doors that are like, look at the size difference. You know.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's so crazy. Wow.
Those were like originally windows up top, but they like converted it to a door, and then when it all unburied it, they're like, oh, we'll just make it a window again.
That's crazy. And even in the old picture, it looks like it's been there for who even knows how long, man. You know, that's ridiculous.
It's all fucking like what Jen says, man, his story is complete lies.
Yeah, that's
Complete
honestly
lies,
why I
man.
feel compelled to keep doing the whole mud flood research reset theory stuff, because I
I'm
mean,
into it, man. Like that's
yeah,
where I'm at.
for
That's
me,
I want
like
to find out
flat
why.
Earth, those are the
Yeah.
top ones. You know, those are big boys. You know, that moved it. Like, I mean, a year and a half ago, I heard about this and laughed. Not the mud flood, but at least the buildings being mountains. I'm like, this is ridiculous, you know. And
Right.
now I'm like, it's kind of up there for me. You know, you got literally like Great Reset, what's happening, Flat Earth, Mandela, and this. You know, anything else, I mean, I'll look at, but I mean,
This is
that's kind of
becoming a
where
hot
my
topic,
focus
man.
is
People
at.
are realizing
Buzzing, bro.
how much it is everywhere around us, like everywhere across the country,
Across the
in
world.
other countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you find out, you just look at all this architecture you got from like Sacramento to Washington, D.C. to places in Cuba, Japan, South Korea, all these different places with the same type of structure.
The same deities on top.
Right.
It's ridiculous, you know, and that's actually going to lead us into this video I'm going to share here. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, actually, these are the series of pictures that what you were just showing me reminded me of. So after that, we're going to get into these. I mean, I don't know when this depiction was taken, but my God, it looks like it's already been there for who even knows how long, you know. But we'll get into that in just a moment. Let me give this a full screen. You see, did I screen share? You see this? I don't think I screen shared.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. All right.
Yeah.
Still early for me.
Sorry, I was muted.
No, you're good. You're good.
Bro, I got me some wait. Let me remember. I got me some blueberry cupcake I'm about to try for the first time.
Okay. Okay. That's what I like to hear. I got
shit's sticky.
I got some pancakes. That stuff stinks, dude.
I got some pancakes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the cakes is good stuff, man.
Yeah, that was my favorite one on that one. On that little thing. That was my favorite. I like the modified grapes.
Yeah. I love the modified grapes. Oh shit. But all right, let's see. Well, I was looking at this photo here real quick. This is the beginning photo of this video. And like they say it's been a fire, but everything looks like it's just been bulldozed over to me, man. What do you say?
Yeah, how can that be a fire? Everything's mostly made out of stone material. Right, I just don't see how fire can destroy stone structures like this, you know?
It's crazy. And I got some other pictures from Portland, Oregon, I believe. They had a grand fire, 18 something, and buildings are sliced in half. It looks like the Revolutionary War made it all, or the Civil War made it all the way to Oregon, you know?
Right.
Ridiculous. But all right, I'm going to hit play. It's only like 4 minutes, I think. Yeah.
In the 19th and early 20th century is the final stages of the reset. There was a transitory period, and like any transition phase, the period still utilized some of the old world's technology that it was trying to phase out. And like I said, the enemy is lazy. They really should have done away with these photographs and footage. Look.
Like, could you imagine that? Just a walkway?
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Bro, it's incredible stuff. Nostalgic music down slightly.
And where's this at?
One of the World's Fairs, whichever one Edison had the rights to. Okay. Maybe Buffalo. Yeah, this is definitely Buffalo. You can tell by the spire already. Just like, wow, you know, where's all the light bulbs?
Right, exactly.
The funny thing is, during the daytime, this is just stone, bro.
It's all stone, right?
It's stone. It's all it is. Yeah, they'll show you pictures of this in the daytime. It's ridiculous. There's no indents. There's none of this shit. It's just flat out stone. It's like, oh, does the night crew come in at 6 o'clock precisely and just throws all these lights up? I don't think so. And it's not even light. It's like reverberating. If you can see it, you know, it's incredible. You could tell it's.
What would that be? Would that be like a quartz they're using in that? in those parts of the metal or the stone? Or
I would say like copper and gold, a little red
oh
mercury
yeah, there you go.
perhaps. But this is just wild stuff, you know, from end to end. And they say this is like the most electricity that's ever been seen at this time. Like imagine being a normie, just, you know.
Yeah, for the first time ever seeing all
Right.
this, the whole city lit up.
Right, and you're just sitting there like in your house eating.
Spent your whole life with
with
candles
the
and
fire.
darkness.
Mm-hmm.
People would have been amazed and mind blown and like marveled in this. They would have propped these people up as some type of gods.
Exactly. And so you're gonna see here, this is a transition video, I believe, like a time lapse from day to night. Like notice how like right, let me see. Let's stop it right here. Right there. You see how there's nothing like you don't see like decorations and lights. It's just columns, bro.
Right.
It's just absolute columns. Nighttime, bam, wham, bam, lit up, looking like a concert. It's like Future's in town or something.
Look at the lights blasting out from the top.
Yeah, and all in every which way. Probably precisely northeast, south, and west, but that's just speculation on my part. But then again, why wouldn't it be? These people seem to have it built up pretty perfect.
Oh, what's that going on in the sky right there? What was that?
That was one of my big questions originally. Looking at this, could just be light pollution, perhaps, or
damaged photo, maybe. Or
there's a little bit over here as well. But
look at that, dude. Look at that building, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine just that's.
And then look at the building next to it with like the one light, you know, down over there, and it's just next to this glowing archway. You know what I mean? Like all these people are living in darkness, and
right. We go to the World's Fair, and
we're only gonna have this temporary. You know, like it's such bullshit, dude. Temporary.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That's what I'm saying, yo. They had like freaking arcade rides and shit. So like 1881 or 1891, can't remember. Whatever Buffalo was.
Look at that.
Like it really just makes me think like this was Buffalo, New York, you know, and they just bulldozed that shit down then. None of that's there anymore.
Right.
Like the explanation for the World's Fairs and the time that they put the buildings up just doesn't even make sense. You know, like I mean the Chicago.
What do you think? You think all this stuff was already here? And
it had to have been.
It's showing it off or something, or maybe it's like they finally got it to work. You know, like they came up with all this stuff. They walked up on, you know, coming there or coming in the droves of the orphan trains or whatever. And it's
the
like
whole Columbus story that could have happened like 150, 200 years ago, man. You know,
right. Yeah, I think everything was a
they
lot
tell us
sooner.
in that story. He was checking in on the seeing the new world. You know, I think he was checking out the old world. You know, seeing how if the land cooled off yet or what was still habitable. Then
seeing if there were survivors and shit like that.
Yes,
probably killing off the rest of the survivors that knew about that old world, you know,
and then bringing in these fairs, right? They had like indigenous people of this land, like as on display at the fairs. It was crazy, yo. You know, not all of them were Native American. That was the creepy thing, you know.
Didn't they also have the incubation things at these fairs, or is that two different things?
No, that's the same thing. I don't know if they were at all the fairs, but that was definitely in San Francisco. And you could buy kids at these things.
Right.
Absolutely crazy. It makes me think
they come in here, it's like they came in and scoped the area. They even like cleared out paths back to these buildings. That's where all these dirt roads are. Obviously, they're clearing paths back there, and then they're building these shacks all around these huge places, like they're dumps.
Yes.
It's pretty
Yes.
crazy. It's
And
mind
honestly,
blowing
I
to
feel
me.
like the people that they hired to clear out and dig out, I feel like they were rewarded with a bullet in their head at the end because they knew, they couldn't
Hmm.
risk it. I wouldn't risk it. I mean, I'm not an overlord or anything, but I wouldn't risk that, bro. That's too big. That's the history of the world. You're trying to play it off as the Revolutionary and the Civil War and all these other BS events in between up to
Hmm.
1900. And you have a handful of people who actually know, because no one's gonna believe the Indians they can't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the funny thing is, if you listen to all their stories, something cataclysmic happened. They went
Well,
into
dude,
caverns into the earth and then came out, and then lo and behold, came the white men. You know?
what I'm thinking, like a part of me believes that a lot of these old world, these old tech buildings, these structures that we can't even create, right? I feel like a lot of that is part of the 1,000-year reign that was here on Earth,
Yes.
and then they left, and then that's the start of the little season, and then that's when these little parasites came in to figure out these buildings and then
To
set up
create a
all these.
narrative. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly,
I've been in
exactly.
some of these buildings and people, I don't know, I was on the narrative that, maybe something demonic built these buildings, but you feel fucking good in these buildings, bro. It's
Yeah,
weird.
dude.
It's weird, like, man, if I went and played the stock market in the Basilica, good God, I probably win every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just feel good in those buildings. It's crazy.
And it sounds beautiful, and
Oh,
it's
who
pretty
was I hanging
amazing
out with?
stuff.
I was hanging out with Marika like a month ago. We were down in like Watertown, Connecticut or Waterbury. And the church we went into, man, dude, it was ridiculous. There was like golden pillars, and at the altar, how they have like some of the big churches, there's like pillars and the canopy at the altar and all that shit, bro. It
Yeah,
was ridiculous. I'm gonna see if I can dig some of those up in a little bit, but those were wild and bro. Like absolutely wild. And I don't
yeah,
even
that's
know
what I'm
like where
talking
those
about. That's
pictures would be. Hmm.
and then to further that, I feel like the whole um what's the Roman Empire falling and all the stories of that. And then even if you want to add some of these other wars that they like to put in during that timeline, that could be the actual tribulation, and they're just turning it into something else. Uh like that was the time before that 1,000-year reign where all this chaos is happening and murdering and this, just all people, these bad things running amok down here. And then the 1,000-year reign came, and then all these buildings were set up, and I don't know. It's pretty fascinating to think about it.
No, dude, I see exactly what you're saying. And I mean, if you look at the dates on some of these buildings, they say I-745 or J834. Not a lot of them actually say built in 1900 or, and even if they do, they say founded upon them, or
Mhm.
established or reestablished, and you know what the funny thing is, you'll see a lot of around here, at least a lot of churches that do look newer, so you wouldn't even think it, but you go into the basement, oh man, they built it right upon the sucker.
It's
It's
like the
crazy,
original,
dude. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the one church that me and Marika went into, we found a room that was the size, I mean, in the room from ceiling to bottom was half a pillar, so it leads me to believe that you go through the bottom and there's a whole nother way down. I think I got those pictures right here. Yeah, look at the size of this sucker from the outside. Middle of Watertown or Waterbury, Connecticut. Not like Manhattan, you know.
Yeah, they got shit like this in Waterbury.
Right, dude. Right. I think she's sending me some more photos of it over here too.
Hell
In the
yeah.
meantime.
Shout out to
But yeah.
Marika.
Oh yeah,
One
dude.
of realest.
We find the craziest shit when we hang out. And like, so real quick, the room I'm talking about. So you see the size of these pillars here?
Mhm.
So we venture into this room down here, and at the ceiling level is literally this and then to here. And it just stops because the floor is there. Makes me believe there's this and maybe some more doors and fucking steps down there, bro.
Oh, you fucking know it. You
Oh, it
see how
had
there's
to.
steps just like that? Well, when
Yeah.
I was at I got footage of it. I can find it in my damn stuff. They got me and my wife, we were walking
Fuck.
not Spartanburg. This was a Solar Return. This was before Flattoberfest. So, and we were in Greenville, right? South Carolina.
Yes.
And there's a building just like that next to this old world style looking hotel. It's elbow shaped. But this building next to it, you can see the windows as you're going down the sidewalk more is getting covered and covered till they're gone. And then it had a staircase just like that when you were just showing. But if you were to go around the side and go like the same way you were saying, you go down to that side door, there's a whole nother flight of stairs under that flight of stairs that led to these bigger wooden doors. And it was like the actual main entrance was under these stairs. It was insane. And the top part was turned into a hair salon. So all these people are walking up into this beautiful build. There's a masonry block inside, and it says founded by such and such Freemason, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. Look at that shit.
You gotta love the iPhone camera quality, bro. It's ridiculous nowadays.
Yeah, bro, it is really good. My wife has one, and you can zoom in on the stars with them things.
I know. Imagine that. Imagine that. You just zoom in on a light 7 light years away. So crazy. But even on the side of this thing, bro, giant doorway. They had something up here because now the bronze was leaking down, like the Statue of Liberty, but they've removed that, it seems. Very interesting. They have the little door cut out for us. And even that door is like 10 feet tall, bro. I remember this day, yeah. They have the pillars and the cooked into the side. And like in a lot of buildings, we see this whitewash effect where it's like, let me get back to this freeze frame here. Where it's like the stone cut out over it. But if you do go under it, you'll just see more bricks, you know. Because, I mean, the width of this here from there is definitely the width of a brick. I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah. Man, that building looks just like the one I was at where it had a whole nother flight of stairs under the flight of stairs. It was, I wish I could find it. Forgot what I
And yeah, one of the greats, it went down like a whole nother, like, fucking.
Look at that. That's crazy, dude.
No, I did the most ill-advised thing.
Oh my god, you a brave one.
Just more stone wall and shit. I was like, wow. That shit was crazy though. But yeah, this is the inside of this place, dude. You got these marble looking pillars, and they were smooth to the touch.
Look at that.
Look at
and you see up there, that's all for sound.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, what were these places originally built for? You know what I mean? I feel like they're healing centers or
something, dude. And then the dome above. Everything's there. And this giant ass fucking.
Huh.
Yeah, dude. I was like, wow.
That top part looks like the Ark of the Covenant type
it deal. Does, dude, right? Just imagine, like, having to make these if you're an actual human. One false step with marble, you are starting.
Yeah, you're starting completely over.
Yeah, you're saying this top thing was definitely like Ark of the Covenant type deal. I think you'd see this in, like, you know, the Vatican. I walked in here, I was like, wow. I was like, where are we? Like, we just go through a time hop or something.
That's dope. I would love to go in places like that. I went into one, and it's the same feeling. You get this. It was a good feeling. I loved it. Where was I?
Where I can't explain it, but it was a good feeling.
Yeah, it was this church. I was like 14. This was way before I even knew anything about that crap. But yeah, they're all marvelous. Fucking all stuff that's old, you know. Like, and then they got these monuments everywhere. The machinery can't even take them down today. There's like some monument, I believe, in Buffalo or something, and they had to bring in a crane. They couldn't do it. 2 cranes couldn't do it. 3 cranes couldn't do it. They had to end up actually tearing the thing apart. It was just some monument that's been there for years. Look at that right there. Wow.
So I'm saying the detail on everything here is crazy. But I know what you're saying. Like even
Look
when
at
they were
that
tearing
gold.
down those monuments before, it took like people. It would take them a lot to take down even those simple little monuments. Never mind like the big boys, like you're saying, because they're mounted into the ground. You look at a lot of monuments, you can like go back like 20 feet and look at the ground, and it peaks up to the monument, and then it sticks out. So the foundation or the true like meaning of these
Oh, look at that thing, bro.
oh yeah, that was outside another church.
Oh man, I forgot. I know what that's called. I know that has a name.
I've seen that before too.
It's used for energy. That oh man, I was looking it up the other night. Man, what was the name of that thing? It had a name.
There's in another big church somewhere. That's the floor tile as well.
Yeah, I remember you showing that.
Times Square in Waterbury. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Marika. That was a great day. But yeah, good stuff there. Let me add some other stuff. So we finished the video there. Are we not going to close? Please close. Thank you.
Right. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I wish I could remember what that thing's called. Yeah, it's the Schumann resonance. Marika knows what it is.
Oh, she's all about that stuff.
Oh yeah. It has another name for it though, doesn't it, Marika? Like I thought it had a special name. That it's a resonator. That's what it is.
Yes.
It's a resonator.
Yes.
Yeah, and bro, why would they have that there?
Dude, I don't know, bro. In the middle
like,
of
why would they have it on the fucking floor of these places? Of course, these things have to be healing centers, bro. Like for sure, they knew. Oh man, it's mind blowing right there.
They
seeing that, and people walk over that or see that and don't even give it any thought when everything around us is like vibration or frequency, and they know that, and that's old world stuff. Like,
right, like, oh, it's so pretty. Let's take a selfie. No idea. They got no idea. But this is what
like the original hospitals,
right, dude. Right, I feel like they were. I don't know for our timeline or the other timeline, but you do feel. I mean, yeah, I don't know. You go and pray in one of them. It's not bad, you know. But so this is what I was saying before. How everything's marked with this J607 or J or I, whatever it would be, you know, and it means in the year of our Lord, you know, and it seems to be that there's 1,000 years of these whatever's being found everywhere. Back in the 15s, I've seen some 14s and 13s as well. You know, I-746.
And that, you know, just that doing that, it sets us off balance with nature. And they're hiding the truth to making it look like the Bible is something that could happen or just fairy tales when in reality it's
been happening.
It's recorded history. Yeah. Right. But they're taking out of that. They're taking 1,000 years out of it, you know, and then renaming it the fall of the Romans and all that stuff, like all that chaos that happened back in the day, the Black Plague, and then all these dark the dark period of life, you know. I think that was the tribulation time, you know, and I don't know if it'll ever get that worse again. God says it wouldn't ever get that bad again, but you know, being in a little season,
they're pushing for it.
Yeah.
They are pushing for it, man. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy. But let me see what else I got here. Where should we start? Let me get these out of here. I got all these notifications. But actually, know what? Because we were looking at that picture you showed up, and I was saying how it looks like it's already been there for X amount of years. And then you have old, like, obviously not a photo, but I mean, if you're gonna etch something in your time back then, you're probably not gonna etch fantasy, if you know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
So you got this giant archway. Where was this? Let me exit full screen real quick. Oh man, you're gonna hit me with this. Let's see, translation. I can't tell exactly where this is, but either way, it's a depiction. Oh, actually, what's this down there?
Constantino.
Yeah,
Constantino.
somewhere in Italy, perhaps. But again, look at like the dude in the comment was saying there. Look at the size of these people. Look at the size of even the small archway. You know, punch down a little bit, but she'd be about this tall. The archway is way up here.
What if some of these old world structures are like, you know how they came in and adopted, like what we were just saying, they came in and found all those buildings. What if some of these are like adopted twice, like 2 times? Like
Oh,
there's been
absolutely.
through 2 resets. You know, this is like,
They just doctor it up a little bit. I could
yeah,
clearly
double
see
time.
that, man. Yeah.
Like we're actually we're leaving off where the last people, they weren't even the ones who built it either. They came across it after their last reset or something, you know.
And I feel like something like that is how the Freemason work gets passed down through the generations. You know, it's something always lasts, and then they just open up a key from there. But I mean, look in this picture, guys. You have no roads, muddy roads. This is sunken in right here. You could tell this is
Mhm.
clearly not the bottom of this.
And look at all the people, like, those people wouldn't be able to build that. Look at them,
Definitely
they're
not.
barely, like, look like half of
Walking.
them can barely walk.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got just overgrown trees everywhere. It looks like no one's been here for 100 years, 200 years. Look at the top of it. You got grass
Right.
growing off this thing somehow. Maybe the mud was way up here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Very interesting little etch in there. Yeah, I think
Oh, look at that.
this is it today.
Wow.
Incredible. Little
Wow, I
people.
wasn't expecting the next picture to be the real deal. That's dope.
Yo, crazy, right? So who even knows how long? Let me see. Is there
Right? Like,
a
how old
time?
is that really? You know?
Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, who even knows, man? You got some like interesting looking structures over here.
And I'm sure
Let me
whatever's
see.
on there tells a story,
Oh yeah,
you know?
and it's just
Whatever they got
completely
going
etched
on.
out. Even I feel like there was plaques on here. You know.
Right.
Oh wow, you can still kind of get that.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Man, is that Italian? That's probably Italian or something, right?
It's either that or Hebrew, or actually Latin. I don't know Latin, but I can
Yeah, I wish I
recognize
knew it.
Latin. Me too. That is the one thing I should have done in high school was take a language.
We're teaching my oldest Spanish right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to teach in Spanish when you don't know it yourself. I know like a little bit of it, but we actually have a Spanish teacher for that when she calls a few times a week. But yeah. Look at that. Is that another fire started by a cow?
Believe this is Portland. These
Oh,
are the
yeah.
Portland
It's the
fires I was
Portland
talking
fires.
about. Yeah. Yeah, just let me yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. But like, come on. Look at the trees are kind of fine, you know?
That's crazy, dude.
Who's to say the reset didn't happen in the winter, you know? We're living in these things. Ridiculous.
What
Wow.
is that? How many people were left? Like, there's only, what, 5/10, 6/10?
That's what it seems, yeah. That's kind of crazy. But I mean, like, there's just rubble everywhere. There's no real
That's
looking
not a
like there's a
fire, dude.
fire. Yeah, man. Walls falling down. Like we've seen buildings stay on fire for 2, 3 days straight. Brick buildings. They just get
That
scorched.
place shit got disintegrated.
That's what I'm saying. It's like whatever they dropped in Beirut last year, the year before, it got dropped on like a 10, 20 mile scale at a time, you know? I mean, it's a great way to get rid of the evidence that there was something grander here. I mean, look at this building that survived. That's an interesting looking building for 1860, 1870, you know? That's a big building. I
Looks
bet
like a
all
mini coliseum.
exactly. That's what the vibe I was catching there. Just devastated. Rail tracks, maybe. I'm not quite sure. But I mean, you have these spires in the
Going on back
distance.
there, yeah.
Yeah. And a clock tower, perhaps.
Mordor.
But yeah, just not real evidence of a fire to me, man. Just destruction, you know? Something like Gods of Egypt, maybe. Rays coming down and just annihilating cities and streets and buildings at a time. Forcing people to live in these settlements, you know? Incredible. Yeah, this is the one I actually liked here. Just kind of fire just knocks off half a building. But the building half the size to the left is just fine. You know, it doesn't make sense.
It's just like these California fires. Those don't look like fires, you know?
Those
like the recent ones, you know? Like it couldn't.
Yeah.
What if they're just doing the same? It's just the same playbook, man. It's like
it's the same technology.
What are they doing? Yeah,
you know?
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah, because that fire in California, very picky, burning, not even burning. It looked like houses literally exploded, but yet the grass in the front yard was fine. How does that happen? And the funny thing is, what they all have on them, they have those PG&E smart meters, all of them. And I saw a picture of a neighborhood completely destroyed. Every single house was destroyed. The cars were fine, the street was fine, the trees and the grass was fine. But then there's one house that was fine as well. Come to find out, that house didn't have a smart meter. That house didn't sign up for the New World Order. Didn't sign up for their house to get blown up in the middle of the night. You know?
Yeah, dude, some people try to claim it's fake and stuff, but I don't know. I seen a video of an old man. He was crying, and he said he was running back, and what he was showing was all the cars that were like completely melted all on the side of the road, and there was some that had like people still in them, like burnt up fucking skeletons, and he said he knew some of them because he said you could see the heat, like how bad it was getting. It was like moving, and he was like really he was fucked up in the head from what he just witnessed. He said he had to get out of his car, and he went in a ditch that had standing water in it. He was laying in it as this like heat wave came over. His jacket was all melted. He was holding his dog. His dog's hair was all like singed and everything, and all these people were melted in these cars.
Yeah.
And he's like crying and shit about the whole situation. But that whole thing is just these people we're just like lab rats. Everything's an experiment, you know?
They see how far they can take it, you know?
Right.
That's all it was. That was like like I was saying the other day, 2-3 years ago, when they claimed atrocities coming out of I still forget where it was. One of those Turkey, on the Turkish border, there was atrocities coming out because war was breaking out with either Iranians or Russians. Come to find out.
Oh yeah, then there's a shooting range shit, right?
Yeah, it was a shooting range shit, and then 3 months later, CV-19 takes over the world, and the most notorious clip was, for me at least, you had the doctors in Italy and they showed footage of doctors in New York City, and it was the same exact footage.
Same one.
They saw how far they could take it, and they're ready. Next step of the agenda. They're ready.
Talk about how far when they did the shooting thing, and then they even admitted on their own network that actually we lied, guys. Nobody fucking cares.
Right. There should have been lawsuits. People should have lost their jobs.
Right? That's fucked up, you know? And that was a test run. And then there you go. They're doing that same shit. They're showing footages with mannequins. And in the same way CFM says all the time in his streams when they're showing footages of people in doctor beds or anything like that, that's completely against the law. Like that's not a real thing what you're seeing that they're putting in front of you, a
Yes.
video of someone in the hospital bed and they're working. That's not real. That HIPAA laws, will never allow that at all. From what I know.
Right, bro. Like, just such a violation of privacy.
This whole thing's a joke, dude. Shout out to Canada, though. They're doing some big things that the news isn't talking about right now.
Wow, what's happening in Canada?
All the truck drivers.
Okay.
They broke the record for the biggest convoy ever, Guinness Book of Records. Over 500,000 people are at this one location in Ottawa, Canada, and over 60,000 trucks are there. It's amazing. They're all there to stop, trying to stop what's going on up there, trying to stop the whole process. Yeah. And then these people, dude, they were able to GoFundMe set up. They raised almost $5 million to these truckers to go do this because they all have jobs. How were they able to step away from what they're doing? Well, now they can, and everyone was there to support them. It's crazy. Right. And then even the government,
$60K per driver,
right?
So you're good for the rest of a good couple months.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. Yeah,
it really gives a lot of the people hope, and we got a lot of people in this community that are living up there, and they've been, going through it emotionally and all that stuff. So I just think that's a really big win for everyone to see 500,000 people show up there. Like people are generally tired of this shit,
I feel
and we are in power. They know that we have the power. That's why they gotta
keep scaring us.
Yeah. And set up these false histories to make us, they gotta get us when we're young and teach us all this bullshit in school, like the dumb shit. If they were to try to teach us all this stuff when we're adults, we're gonna look at them like, what? Like, it don't even make any sense. None of this that you're saying makes sense,
Right.
But when you're 5 or 6.
Yeah. And then like you said, when you're young as hell, you just carry it with you,
Right.
It's like the whole globe thing, they don't even.
Yeah, same thing.
They don't even really teach the globe. They just put it in the classroom. And after, 10, 12, 13 years of indoctrination of just hearing all this other stuff, what do? You look at the flag. I'm an American. You look at the globe. I live here. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's how they get them,
Right.
That's why I think it's so hard for people to let go of the whole globe concept, because with just the flag being in the room, you want to go to war. You know any kids that sign up to go to the military just because they pledge allegiance to a flag every day for 20 years? Half of them.
That's another reason for false flags, to try to get people to want to go sign up and fight for your country. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Like,
oh, look, they killed some of us.
Exactly.
And, let's go defend
the house on them. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely crazy. But this photo here, real quick, this is another Moscow photo. Seems to be shortly after some sort of reset, because you have these sidewalks that are stone-ish, but still all fucked up, rigidy. But the main roads, like you said, they're just dirt,
And look, they're all horse and buggy. Like, who's building that shit? Are they carrying all that shit on horse and buggies? Like,
surely not. Surely not. And so on a building like this, if you have the capability to build something like this, you should have, I don't know, we should be 50 Ferraris ahead right now. You know what I'm saying? They should be driving around with GTRs back then. If you could build this next to this, and get this up there perfectly, come on.
Right, man.
Come on. You're telling me you can't have a Tesla in 1904? Give me a break. Give me a break, dude. I'm just saying, it makes no sense. Let me put one concrete block on the horse and bring it to work today. That's as far as you're getting every day, people. It's going to take you hundreds of years to build anything like this. Anything. And like we say, this is just the top floor. Look how the entire city just goes right down the hill. Imagine how like
Oh
great
yeah.
this structure must actually be. In my eyes, these two are probably part of the same structure, just connected
Probably
by like bottom.
excavate that shit out right there, and you're
Mhm.
probably seeing two huge spires or something bigger.
Exactly. Exactly. And people don't really get
And
that
it
far.
probably keeps going because if you look down the road, there's even some following the
Yeah, I
left,
did see
the
that
right
too.
one.
You go all the way down. Yep, on the
Yeah,
right hand
see?
side of the road. Boom, boom, boom. Incredible.
It makes you wonder what's really going on under our feet. We're a whole another fucking world, dude. And
And
then they
how
say they got the domes and all that. That's yeah.
just
Look at
crazy.
that shit. So
Right?
much detail.
These are the people who built it. Hey, all that detail. Couldn't even do it today. I see these types of buildings everywhere. These are like municipal buildings in my neighborhood with the wide block bottoms and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I see those everywhere. Town halls. But that's in Russia, you know? So is this. Wow, look at this fucking just cooked out brick wall turns into land down here. Wow. I have a similar bridge right on the edge of our city. On the other side of the bridge, ironically, is the electric power factory. So,
Hmm.
yeah, that's what I've always said.
Right by the
Yeah,
water.
always, always on the riverfront. Always, always on the riverfront. And something that came up in our time hop or whatever you call it, the time, your memories today. This is the Lincoln Memorial, and
Wow.
they want to say this is after a fire. I want to say this is how they found the Lincoln Memorial.
Absolutely.
That's what I think. Even a better picture here. Look at that. After the mud flood. And
Yeah,
you
right?
can kind of tell this nigga's already in here, bro.
Yeah, he is. You can see it. You can see
Right?
him. Dude, this is crazy, man. People
What a,
walking up on this shit.
right.
Oh, man.
Imagine being the guy, the crew that just shows up here first, like, hey, boss, what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah.
You know? And who are we going to call him? And look, the steps are already there. That's incredible. The whole level. I've been here. This is all there. Wow. This was already there. They must be taking this picture from the platform where the Washington Monument is across the lake they filled in. I wonder what's going on inside that pond. You're not allowed to go in there anymore.
You're not?
No, they cut that down. That's crazy.
Huh.
The swamp. They're going to drain the swamp. It was
Yeah,
always the
right.
swamp. You know, good luck, man. They found it as a swamp. Wow. Oh, yeah. Some old world from my neighborhood here in Boston. Let me get this out of here.
Old world Boston.
Giant buildings, man. This is, what do we got here?
1860.
Yeah, 1860. Wow. Wow. 1860, guys. This is Boston. Look at all these buildings already here. Oh, there's no way, bro. Right on the harbor. Just like Manhattan. Already there. All of it was already here, people. Come on. I gotta go to Boston, but they have all those effed up rules in Boston.
Yeah, they be tripping.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like pack a couple waters and a lunch in case I get
Yeah,
hungry.
right. I bet you could find a lot of cool shit, dude. Just boots on the ground out there.
Yeah, out in
Especially if you know
Charleston,
where
bro,
to
they
look.
have a giant obelisk. It's crazy. Yeah, look at this. Look at the roads. Look at the roads in Boston. But yet, this is what we're throwing up. That's always what I ask people who aren't into this or maybe on the fence or speculative. I'm like, in a real world, what would you build first? Roadways or buildings? Some of them say buildings, and I ask them how. Why? Why would you build the buildings first? How are you going to get there? You need roadways to
How you
get to.
get the supplies to there
Exactly.
without
Exactly.
a level road, you know what I mean?
Seems like you need like 30 million bricks, you know? How are you going to get them there, you know? No real
Yeah.
roadways. Craziness.
Like, I've built commercial greenhouses, right? And you need like there's no way that we've built these things, you know? Like, just to build stuff today, most of these buildings are not built the way they are with these, with like the concrete or the stone and the quartz and all this heavy shit, all these masonry shit, it's not built that way
Yeah.
anymore.
Not even close, man. What the hell
And then
is
when they make it look like that, it's all hollow shit. Styrofoam, plaster shit. That's right there. That's collecting electricity for that block right there, probably.
right? I want to know what their explanation is. Why is that hanging out 1860? This building, the Capitol, this was built from 19 or 17 like 91 to 1792. They whipped this building up in a year. That's the Capitol. Incredible. I don't think they did. You got the gold dome on top, 100% gold dome. It's crazy. It's crazy. And like 90% of the people that live in Massachusetts are poor. But we got this like $2 trillion gold dome on top. Don't worry about it. Look at this building, No one's building that in 2 years. That was all already here, people. Every last brick of it. Look how perfect it is back then. Incredible. Actually, you know what? Before we go any further, this is what I wanted to show. This is Boston as well, apparently. Oh, I wish I could read this. But this is Boston as well. This is right outside the what we just saw there, right here. Boom, boom. See, same buildings. But clearly, these it's not all the way down, because if you look here, look, you can see the land was stopping right here before. If you saw that. So already we have an irregularity with the land line. And you got, I don't know, you have
they don't even have the stairs uncovered right there.
That's what I'm saying. Then you zoom out some more. What is going on here? This is surely not Boston anymore. I mean, in 8th grade, I think we walked the the stupid ass fucking Liberty fucking
the field trip,
the Freedom Trail or whatever. Yeah, the field trip through Boston. Oh, Sam Adams, this, that. All the old school Paul Revere shit. We got dropped off in front of this. This place. We got dropped off in front of here, like literally right here from the bus. I can confirm you, across the street is not this. It's a park. So, like, I don't know what's going on here, but I mean, you have land covering up, I'd say, a third of this whole building, maybe even more, 40%. And right next to it's a giant mound with Egypt, with an Egyptian pillar. Absolutely crazy. Like, what was going on here? If you look in the building here, you have like a Roman-looking building, a spire that's just buried. Like, all these people. What's this guy doing? What's he doing right here?
Yeah, right. He's shoveling that out of there. They're taking it all out with horse and buggy.
Absolutely.
They went from they unburied that building and then made that pile next to the building. Now they're getting that pile up out of there, all horse and fucking buggy. Yeah, right.
Isn't that crazy, bro? Like, I thought I was looking at that picture a couple months ago. I'm like, I don't know, man. But then I looked at it the other day and I was like, wow. I was like, because then I compared to the other one. I was like, damn, half that building's buried and this guy's digging it out. Like, incredible. Absolutely incredible, man. Some good stuff there. Now, let me see on my end if there's any more like videos I wanted to share.
I'm going through this. Do you have Telegram?
I had Telegram, but I had to like turn it off because every 10 seconds I ding.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you on that. That should get crazy. I gotta mute. I mute all mine, but there's this group I found called Tartaria English Group, and they be dishing all kinds of fucking gravy on here. But you know what pisses me off about them, right? So every time I share your show, I'll share it to a bunch of groups, and that's one of them. But every time I share it, they delete my fucking post every time. I'm like, guys, why do you do this? This guy is literally talking about this kind of stuff, and they don't respond to me. It pisses me off, honestly. But
Well, I
they
don't know
got
what it
good
is.
stuff.
Sometimes my thumbnail doesn't load, and like here, this is like that's a thumbnail for some of the videos, and people will see that breaking
Right.
news, flat Earth, and they're like, "Fuck that," you know?
Exactly. I think this group is more Globy Tartaria stuff, but there's
Yeah,
great stuff.
they're not quite there yet, but I mean, once you have the foundations of flat Earth, the whole Tartarian mud flood reset thing is like, wow, man, you know, it's a whole nother ball game, and I hope people start to like challenge that and get into that because it's they're foundations of figuring out what's really happening right now. What I tell people is, you want to understand what's about to be the next play, what their next card's about to be. Look in the past. You got to understand what happened then. You know, look back in the Bible. Look back into these reset theories because it's similar things are happening then and now. So you have to definitely take the warning that I'm given. You know, it's absolutely crazy. Real quick, guys, like I said before, if you would like to make donations to the channel, they are appreciated, and the link is in the chat. It's pinned as well, but for some reason, if you click it, it may bring you somewhere else. But this is my full link in here now. Been having weird stuff, bro. People trying to donate to me, and they're telling me it's a paint design shop. So I looked at it, and for some reason, if I leave my PayPal link in the description of a video, it only shows PayPal/Steve J or Steve J, and then you click that, and it brings you to like Steve something paint designs or
Oh,
Jack.
hell no. Nah.
Yeah, so in my head, I'm like, damn,
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so I'm
I
trying
use
to
the Cash App. You push that, right?
That's also in the description.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just too much to put all into the one link here, but yeah, I throw the Cash App and the Venmo in there. But yeah. Well, thing I like about those, for some reason, I gotta turn notifications on. I don't get notifications for those, so people will donate, and I can't give them a shout out. But that's the stuff, guys, up there, the donation link. But you got anything else you want to give? I gotta kind of start getting ready for work on my end.
No, I'm good, man. Just chilling. I had there's a couple pictures, but I think I'm gonna save that for tonight. I'm gonna go live tonight. 10 p.m. tonight after Strange World. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't know what you got going on tonight, but if you want to join me, you can.
I'll just be getting out of work around then, so it depends how I'm feeling. I'll let you know either way, man, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Who you gonna be cooling with?
Just me.
Just chilling
me so far, yeah.
All right, well, yeah, give me a shout. If I can make it, I'll get on there. But if not, I'll share it out anyways. I still got a notification left on my channel for the day.
Hell yeah.
I got work early-ish tomorrow, but I have things to do after, and on Thursday, so I'm not worried about running out of notifications today.
I'm off next 2 days.
Oh, are you? Good stuff, man.
We're gonna have Austin Whitsitt on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We're gonna go into the whole that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna go hardcore in that.
Definitely not a YouTube stream then.
Yeah, it'll be on. I'm gonna live stream it, but I'm gonna take that bitch down right after. I ain't even playing.
Yeah, I would already have your YouTube studio loaded up as like the show is ending. So the second
what I'm doing.
there, just pull the plug. Yeah.
Yep. As soon as I'm over, I'm deleting that bitch. I'm not even playing around with that. I'm not even gonna go take a piss first. As soon as I'm done,
they get you, man. For real.
That's happened. Shit.
No, it's happened. I mean, when we went live last time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, look how quick that one went.
I went to go save the video, and it was parasing, and then it just said error. I'm like, no way, bro. I had like 48% of it downloaded. I'm like, you sucker. It got me,
dude.
But
I appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah. No problem, man. Thanks for coming. Always love to hear from you. Everyone in the chat. You guys are the best, just like Marika says. We're the best.
Yeah.
Pow it looks like, that's what we're doing. Big muscles in the chat.
Yeah.
But
we are the best, baby.
Hell yeah. Let it hear, let it be said, and let's get it. All right.